Good morning, students. Welcome to the reading class, and today we are going to study about the types of context clues. And my dear students, all of the materials that we have learned in this meeting is taken from the book of basic reading Membaca Bagi Pemula, written by Magdalena Burung Marpaung, on page 56 to 66. Okay, my dear students, at the last meeting you have learned that context clues can be in various forms, so it is not only in the form of words, but context clues also in a form of conjunction, connectors, and even punctuations. Okay, my dear students, so again and again I'd like to remind you that clues in a context can be in a form of words, conjunctions, connectors, and punctuations. Such as the following, I give you a very simple passage. You have to read it, and if you are aware that in the passage there are two red words, and the two red words will be defined by the context. Okay, the first that we have to know is how to see the clues in a context. So clues, as it has been mentioned before, can be in the form of words, conjunction, connectors, and even in the form of punctuations. For the first is the word of announce. The clues around the word of announce that you can find there is the words of public, conjunction, punctuations of commas, and then there's also words of New Year's days and TV channels. And from all the words around the word of announce there, the probably meaning of announce is tell, inform, or declare. So that is the process of how we can define a difficult word by using the clues from the context. The second is the words of abbreviations. The clues around the word of abbreviations that you find there is the word of which, and then as, coronavirus disease in 2019. So the probably meaning of abbreviations there is a form or a short form of something longer than it is actually. Okay, my dear students, as we have learned that the context clues itself also can help you to define the difficult words in the various ways. As the following, I display you 6 sentences with 6 words to define from the context by using clues from the context, and this is the main material that we want to learn in this meeting. Okay, the first is the word of stationery. In a sentence of stationery include those items that use in the office such as pen, book, pencil, stapler, glue, etc. are also used in studying processes at school. Okay, my dear students, the first is you have to be able to find the clues. The clues there is the word of include, item such as pen, book, and also the punctuations of commas. So the probably meaning of stationery there is set of tools for office. And if we want to realize how we can define stationery as tools or set tools for office, is because in that sentence stationery is defined by showing the examples of the stationery itself. So in other words, we can say that sentence 1 gives you clues from the context, and it gives you clues from the context in the form of examples, by giving you examples. Okay, so the first is context clues of examples. The second, Maria has interpersonal intelligence as she is very easy to be close to someone and becoming a best friend of someone. The clues that you probably find there is the word of as, she is, and easy to be close. And the probably meaning of interpersonal in that sentence is socializing ability. And in this sentence, interpersonal is defined by explaining the words. So the second sentence is a context clues of explanations. The third, your opponents or they who always stand on the crossroads of you has been ready attack you anytime. The clues here are the word of or, stand, crossroad, and attack. So the probably meaning of opponents here is enemy. That is the first probably meaning, and then also bad persons. And how you can define it as opponents, even you already find the clues from the context, is because the opponents in this sentence is defined by giving the synonyms. The synonyms or the same meaning of the words. The fourth is unsubstantial in the sentence of, although the unsubstantial topic included in the meeting, all of the participants joined the meeting seriously as if it was important. The clues here is as if and important, so the probably meaning here is not important. How you can define that the meaning of unsubstantial is not important? Because in this sentence, the unsubstantial defined, and from the clues it is defined by showing you the antonym meaning of it. Okay, the fifth, after they sleep for 2 days, Marco and his team become lethargic, for they did stop working completing the data of their project. The clues that you can find here is 4, didn't stop working, didn't sleep for 2 days. So the probably meaning of lethargic here is energyless, no energy, exhausted or very tired. In this sentence, how you can define lethargic as something energyless or no energy is because in that sentence, the word lethargic defined by showing you the similar situation, or this is what we call with context clues of comparisons. The last is, Mutia has a voracious appetite after being not eating for 2 days, unlike his brother who didn't eat the dinner at all. The clues here is the word of unlike, didn't eat the dinner at all. The probably meaning of voracious here is big or huge, big appetite or huge appetite. In this sentence, voracious is defined by showing the contrast situations. The first situation is Mutia didn't eat for 2 days, but didn't eat for 2 days, but his brother didn't eat the dinner at all. So this is a contrast situations in the sentence. Okay, my dear students, so you have learned that context clues is clues that you can find from the context, and it is very helpful for you in your reading activities. You have learned the definitions of the context clues, the forms of the clues, and also the types of the context clues. So there are 6 types of context clues, starting from examples, definitions, comparison, contrast. It is also just now what we call with comparison, contrast, antonym, and synonym. Okay, my dear students, so from studying the context clues here, we can get some advice or some suggestions, such as this context clues is very useful to support your thinking in English, since you don't have to directly consult the dictionary, but you can consult it to the clues from the context. So please activate the context clues. It will help you to advance your reading activities to be a better readers. Second, train yourself to be able to find the clues from the context. Yes, this is very important. So how you can define the difficult words from the context if you don't know how to define the clues itself? So the first ability that you need to have actually is you have to be able to see the clues from the context. The third, open your mind to always remember that the clues in context are not always in the functional words, but also probably in conjunction, connectors, or even punctuations. And please, always remember these steps or these tricks. The first, you find the context, you have to understand the topic. The second is you have to be able to find the clues, and then the third, you have to be able from the clues defining the meaning of the difficult words. Okay, so and here is the conclusions of our studying about context clues. So context clues is a clues that we can got from the context. And again, I'd like to remind you that passage or paragraph consists of sentence, phrase, and words, and these components actually link by context. So anytime you find a difficult word, don't directly consult to the dictionary, but you can consult it to the words around, because the words around are clues that can help you to define the difficult words. And please remember that the clues is in a form of word conjunction and punctuations. And when defining the difficult words, you have to open your mind that there are various ways of the clues to define the difficult words. It can be in the form of examples, explanation, synonym, antonym, comparisons, and contrast. Okay, my dear students. So that's all our material for today. So, and for a further reading, you can consult the material by visiting my Google Scholar or by reading some of my articles in the internet. Here are some articles that you may follow or you may read. You can download it from the Google Scholar. Thank you for your coming, and these all the material for context clues, the 6 type of context clues. Thank you for your visiting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and see you at the next meeting. Bye bye.